Hi there. So what I want to do today is show you how to use an Arctic Z2 Pro desk mount. This is a pretty awesome dual monitor mount. Very heavy duty, you can hold up to 44 pounds. That's for both monitors. It also has an awesome USB 3 4-port hub built in, and it's powered too. So that's pretty convenient, especially with my setup where my docking station is behind my Varidesk Pro 36 Plus desk. It's an incredible stand, very sturdy, highly recommended. The only problem with it is I wanted to get a nice dual monitor stand, and the Varidesk model is $250, which is quite a bit. This little baby is, I think it was $125 at Memory Express. Those guys are awesome to deal with. So I bring it home last night and I go to set it up. And here's the piece that mounts to the desk. The problem is there's this support bar that goes underneath the top of it, and unfortunately the height of the two brackets is makes it run into this bar, and there's no way to mount it without running into this bar. So I was pretty upset about that, and I was going to return it today. And then I got to looking at this piece, and it's like, wow, like just a couple quick modifications and this will fit, I think. So there's basically two big screws here that hold this L bracket onto the main plate. So let's take those off. That's the first part. And it's really easy, a couple of turns with your hex wrench. And it's off. A couple more turns, I guess. Yeah, and this modification just takes a few seconds, really. It's amazing. So you take those off. Now this part's detached. The one thing you have to do, of course, is reverse the screw that tightens it. And that's easy. None of these things are on especially tight, which makes the modification nice. The screw's kind of long here. So there's the screw holds the plate on, and then underneath it all there's like a little washer. So last part is you have to unscrew this. Yeah, and trust me, I tried every possible combination to get this to fit here and nothing worked. So once that's apart, you just basically thread it back in the opposite way. For now, just enough to expose the threads on the other side so we can put the holding plate back on. So I'll put the washer in the same way. Even though this hasn't been used, the washer has a little bit of wear on it. And then, yeah, just drop the plate back in the same way. Start it off by hand. And finish it up. Now let's make it reasonably tight, nothing too crazy. So now it's important to screw this in enough so we can get back through here and reattach it to the main clamp mechanism. There, so that's enough. So what we've done basically is take this bracket from being, like this far apart. Now we flipped it. So it's on the other side, so now it's this far apart, and that'll be enough to clear this gap here, which is pretty awesome. I'm not sure if they designed it this way or not, but we also got to point out, not really sure what kind of effect this might have on its integrity. I doubt there'd be any real effect, but be forewarned, I'm not responsible for anything you do to this. It's nice though, there's not a lot of threads to these. It's just a really strong screw, really thick metal. So let's give it a little tighten there. Nothing too major, but I don't want this coming out. And there we have it. So now you can see, this slides really nicely through there. But because this isn't really thick, we're going to have to just tighten this a lot. And once we get to that, let's just stop maybe like here. So I'll straighten it out. So the only real tricky part left is getting this on. It does work, I've tried this already. You basically just have to hold it in there and pull the plate through. And there, like I don't have it centered, this isn't my final assembly. But at this point just tighten it back up. And you can't really see the underside here, but I'm just about at the limit. And this just fits perfect. Once it's all tightened up, there we go, it's made contact. So I'll just make sure the plate that touches the bottom of the Varidesk is straight, which it now is. And the final couple of cranks. And that thing is on there super solid. So, with just a couple of minutes, a couple of tools, hex wrench, screwdriver, I was able to make this work. I was about to return it and have to pay more than twice as much for another one. So I hope this helps you. I wish there was something like this out there when I first bought this, but this is a fantastic mount, fantastic desk. It's expensive, but boy is it ever good. Anyway, good luck with that.